Bethuel, who's related to Abraham, was the father, became the father of Rebekah, and assumes it happened that moment.
Yeah, he says, after these things, Abraham was told,
Yes.
Milcah has also borne children to your brother Nahor.
Yes.
Then it goes into a genealogy.
Yes.
Then it starts giving the genealogy.
And then it mentions Bethuel became the father of Rebekah. And then it mentions Milcah gave birth to these 8 to Nahor. So it mentions Bethuel, who's related to Abraham, that he too had a child. Because why is she mentioned? She's going to be important later in the narrative, because Rebekah is going to be the wife of Isaac.
Should we read it? Should we read a little bit of Genesis 24?
Yeah, 24, read. Here's what I want to understand. How many 3-year-olds go and get water from a well and take care of flocks? Mm-hmm. How many 3-year-olds understand at the age of 3, this man is going to come and ask for my hand in marriage?
So this is from Genesis 24. The basic idea is Abraham said, go back to my homeland and get a daughter. Get a wife for my son Isaac. So he sends his servant with some stuff. All right, so verse 10. Then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and departed, taking all sorts of choice gifts from his master. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia, to the city of Nahor. And he made the camels kneel down outside the city by the well of water at the time of evening, the time when women go out to draw water. And he said, O Lord, God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today and show steadfast love to my master Abraham. Behold, I am standing by the spring of water, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. Let the young woman, not toddler, not baby, let the young woman to whom I shall say, please let down your jar that I may drink, and who shall say, drink, and I will water your camels. So she's taking up the water pot and carrying it to the camels. Drink, and I will water your camels. Let her be the one to whom you have appointed for your servant Isaac. Has to be. By this I shall know that you have shown steadfast love to my master. Before he had finished speaking, behold, Rebekah, who was born to Bethuel, the son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, came out with her water jar on her shoulder. Do you have any idea what a water jar would be that you use to give camels a drink? Right? All right.
But 3-year-old, she can do it. She's
got to. She's got to, right?
Yeah. Allah has strength.
The young woman was very attractive in appearance, a maiden whom no man had known. Why are they talking about no man knowing her if she's a baby or a toddler? She went down to the spring and filled her jar and came up. Then the servant ran to meet her and said, please give me a little water to drink from your jar. She said, drink, my lord. And she quickly let down her jar upon her hand and gave him also a drink. When she had finished giving him a drink, she said, I will draw water for your camels also until they have finished drinking.
A 3-year-old's going to do this.
So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough and ran again to the well to draw water, and she drew for all his camels. The man gazed at her in silence to learn whether the Lord had prospered his journey or not. So keep in mind, right? You don't have a nice little plastic jar like this, right? You're dealing with some really seriously heavy material and enough to water camels. Have any of you ever seen how much a camel can drink? And he's got all of these camels. And so let me get this straight. This little 3-year-old girl is carrying around this giant jar. She's going down, filling this whole thing up with water, enough to go and water a bunch of camels. And she's 3.
But let me explain. We assume that when the report came to Abraham, Milcah has also borne children to your brother Nahor, that she bore children then. No, there was no internet, there was no email, there was no rapid transportation. The text is simply saying that word got to him at that time that Milcah had given birth.
Yeah, so they're...
But he's taking a no right now, children. So in other words, she dropped out 8 kids that moment. They all came up. Blip, 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 blip.